episode, brand new week.
Candy on the mic.
Awab, baby.
Flamingos podcast.
Podcast, man. That's the shit. Let's go.
Hope you're happy now.
Happy about what?
About how life is.
That's,
But yo.
that's the least thing I'm happy about today.
It's a brand new week. It's a brand new episode from the Flamingos podcast. This is episode number 72. I hope everybody out there is having a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. And the vibes don't stop. This is the Vibes Factory.
Vibes Factory.
Yes, sir. We produce vibes on a weekly basis. Right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think so. ما متأكد.
كان زي
ما متأكد. I hope you guys enjoy our weekly. I hope you guys are enjoying our weekly episodes. Please let us know in the comment section. Send us a DM, whatever it is. Let us know what do you think of the pod. Rate the show, and just keep pushing. Right? We keep pushing. We keep the
dice rolling.
yes, sir. Gentlemen, how you doing? You wanna do I start with this with
والله يا
that?
أخي
Or do you
يعني-
want to start talking and we let Awab give him the
Let Awab
space?
blow off some steam.
Huh?
Let him explain himself. We want to hear from Awab.
I have need some shit to get off my chest.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Talk to him.
I fucked up.
Awab, baby.
Flamingo
Okay.
podcast, man. That's the shit. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Yes, Awab. Tell us what's up. What's up?
The floor is yours.
Yes, sir.
Where should I start?
Uh-huh.
Yes, last.
Yes.
والله ما عارف ذات.
الله
ما عارف.
العظيم.
والله العظيم يعني I don't even know where to start. How to explain how my week went and how those 2 days were just a struggle, man.
Why? In what sense? Be loud and clear for everybody out there to understand the struggle.
Okay, first of all,
Uh-huh.
I'm here straight off
Yes, sir.
Dubai. I
Yeah.
came from Dubai
Just right now.
right to this couch, just right now.
Uh,
Yo,
حتى يعني
I went through the most confusing experiences, one of the most confusing experiences I ever went through in this country, bro.
Mhm.
Okay, so I had
let's start from the weekend. How was your weekend first? Before
The weekend-
whatever that,
the weekend actually started good.
Okay, that's good.
It was a good weekend. It
That's
was
a happy note.
Yeah. Had fun. Went to a couple of places. We met on Friday.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. In Dubai.
Yeah. We were outside. And then
But
Saturday.
I didn't post this time that I'm outside. If you noticed,
كويس أحسن لك.
I did not post that I'm outside this week.
Because apparently when you do post,
shit goes left.
Shit goes left. I'm like.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, come Saturday, I was, you need a negative PCR to enter Abu Dhabi, and you need your the green to show in your al-Husn. So, trying to come back to Abu Dhabi, I tested, and I got my negative result,
Alhamdulillah طيب.
but my Husn didn't update.
Yes, salam.
يعني متعة.
متعني.
But Danny, I was scrambling on Saturday, calling all official sources, asking,
Okay.
and then I got news from official sources that if I go to the border crossing, there's the International Travelers Center that I can go there and get my exception since I'm an Abu Dhabi resident.
Yeah, and that's what I did because I on what is it called on Saturday on my way back I didn't pre-test. So I went to do my, what is it called, DPI test. And the guy over there told me, yo, you're getting a positive result.
Yeah.
But it's not sure because some people of the caffeine in their blood or whatever. And yeah, I drank a cup of coffee right before I go and test. SubhanAllah. And yeah, I got positive, and then I showed them the paper that I live in Abu Dhabi and all good. I did my PCR test over there. I went back home and I isolated that day just as a precaution, to stay safe.
You sign a paper that you'll
signed the
isolate
paper,
until you get your result. Yeah.
I went back home. I isolated myself. In the morning today, it was negative.
And then you were
I was a happy guy, and I even texted you.
This shows the bad luck, the streak of bad lucks that's been happening ever since I came back.
وبدت من وين؟
بدت من وين والله وحتنتهي 200 ده السؤال.
حتنتهي 200 الستريك.
حتنتهي 200. But yeah, they didn't let me in, and I didn't have a car.
Life becomes 10 times harder.
Especially you cannot. This is one thing that I got, straight. I will never ever go to Dubai
without my car.
Without my car. This is lesson number 1 of this trip.
No car, no Dubai.
أيوة. Okay. Lesson number 2. No green. Don't risk.
Risk it.
Yes.
Don't risk it.
Don't risk it.
Don't risk it.
Because even if you do follow the rules, there are specific things that you cannot over.
Yeah, out of hands. Softwares. We're dealing with softwares at the end of the day.
So I was stuck in Dubai with no car, nowhere to stay. I was
just a small question. So when you were planning to go to Dubai, did you check the app? You knew that the app was not updated, right?
Yeah.
You knew that. So part of it is in
your fault?
Because I took my tests. I got my negative results.
And the reports.
Did you check the app?
And I called.
All right.
I called all the authorities, and they told me it takes 24 hours to update.
Yeah.
And since I have my lab report in my hand,
all right,
then there should be no issue with the update. صح?
Yeah, but asking me or okay.
No, I'm just saying if it was me, if it was me,
no, because
I would make sure that the app is updated before I leave.
All my lab reports. I see the problem was the app wasn't updating.
But that's the thing. In the end, they look at the app, right?
No, they request a negative PCR.
Okay, but I think
sometimes that shows on the app.
Sometimes, and it does happen. خلاص, you're dealing with technology that
I know,
sometimes
I know,
fail.
but the last time I was in Dubai, I don't know, maybe a month or 2. Somebody told me that they are not accepting anything else other than the app on the borders.
But even I entered today, and my app is still not updated.
Yeah.
But you are required to submit your reports and your stuff, and then they give you an exception to enter and resolve your issue with the app.
Oh, okay.
So they give you time.
Yeah.
There is an exception. Okay.
Yeah, there is an exception if the app.
But that's the
update.
worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's the worst case scenario, because then if you show them your results, you show them your lab reports, you show them that proof that you live in the city,
what else?
Then they'll let you in.
Okay.
But it's the streak of bad luck that's just been following for the past week. Outside of everything, يا الله خلاص خلونا عليك الله.
دمعة نسيت الدمعة.
Look at the bright side. Look at you're back.
You're back. You're recording. أنا قاعد يبكي. الدمعة عصورة.
ما في نشفت والله. نشفت وانا
ببكي هناك. الطريق كله قاعد أبكي أنا أصلا.
And that's all? That's all?
That's all? دي ولا حاجة طيب.
لا ما.
Come on, bro.
That's not funny.
The hell?
What the fuck?
في streaks تانية of bad luck that I would not like to discuss هسي.
Okay.
Because that it's too soon to
disclose,
to get into these dramatic events that happened.
Was there any
good thing?
Good thing? I mean, while you were waiting, did you feel like there was a light at the end of the tunnel?
Have you tried a different restaurant? A new restaurant? ولا أي شيء؟
الأكل كله ما أكلت منه أكل ما حلو. كورونا دقتنا مما جينا من السفر.
لا حول ولا قوة.
مكيف السيارة خرب.
لا إله إلا الله. In August.
الحمد لله. الحمد لله. قال لي light of that at the end of the tunnel.
That's what I learned during this
week.
The whole pandemic ish.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
no, whatever bad thing that comes into your way, or whatever the bullshit that you're going through, there is nothing that gonna top the pandemic issue. You know, it is the worst thing that we are
we are experiencing so far.
Right. So if you're looking at the
تسمع ايوه نصائح الحجاج
at the end of the day.
حاج يعني بالاخر يعني.
So yeah, whatever all the obstacles that you go through, remember that there's nothing bad that can happen more than the pandemic itself. So I don't know, keep your head up, and there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And speaking of that, they just discovered that there is a light in the black hole.
طب انت how was your week by the way?
Nothing interesting. I know myself.
We're gonna get into that. But how was your week before that?
My week was just normal. I knew that
لما كنا احنا في دبي. What did you do when we were in
nothing?
Dubai?
I was just staying home. I didn't do shit.
Oh, literally nothing.
I was just
wow. That's what happens when you become a dad.
Yeah, I was just watching YouTube videos.
Wow.
I was planning to go to the movies, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, but I was feeling a little bit bad. But again, okay,
It's whatever.
There will be another day,
Where I can watch the movie.
There is another way to watch the movie itself. There is always a way. That should be. You should
Did
live
you watch
by this motto. I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. حتى مع the other way that you got, you still didn't watch the movie.
No. I have two options now.
Oh, okay.
Either I go another day, or I watch it in a laptop or whatever.
Two movies right now that I want to watch in the cinema. Suicide Squad, and the other one called Old. By Night Shyamalan or something like that. The same director for Split.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they just released another movie that directed by him, and it looks sick. So I'm planning to go also to
What type
watch
of movie is it? Is it a superhero movie? Action?
No. It's
comedy?
also people that go to an island and then they age in a second.
Okay.
Like they lost their kids, and their kids then they were back looking 40 years old and something like that. It's kind of interesting, but like
is it a funny movie?
It's a sci-fi.
So that would be funny. That would be funny.
What the fuck? You know my kid? Like, yo, what's wrong?
That would be funny though.
لا ما هم they took it from another perspective. It's not that funny perspective.
مستقبل ولدي.
ممكن انت لو if you direct that movie.
It would be a funny movie in my
But yeah, other than that, I went to Dubai. Out with Awab. That weekend.
Yeah. I got to see glimpses of broke nigayad.
Broke?
Yep.
يعني,
I don't know if you remember the situation.
You go. Yeah, sometimes it phases in your life.
Kenzie, this is what happened. Okay, we were out in a lounge, okay, and we were about to order, and then said item we ordered. X item was ordered. X item was ordered.
Okay.
And this X item was something that we were all gonna share.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
This X item when we were like high level come in, we're gonna share it.
And I already had my X item أصلاً on the side.
And he was like أنا خلاص أنا خاشي معاكم وما أعرف شنو. We were like okay. قلنا خلاص تمام. We got X item. And then he was like, "Ahal X item become," and we were like, "It's by Y price."
Going to the toilet.
And then 2 minutes later,
I catch you
he
guys
texted me
later.
on WhatsApp. He was like, "ممكن أمشي?"
Can I leave, guys?
I don't want to be a hassle, man. I don't want to be a hassle. You know, I don't want to be in a place where like people would feel that. You know, I just hate being in a place like people would feel like asma. It's free riding كده يعني, you know?
No man, it shouldn't be this way.
I just don't like to.
But it is.
But at least you guys had fun. So
Yeah,
we did.
It was really fun.
It was good.
look at the price.
I'm happy that I came back finally from Dubai and I'm tested negative since the last experience يعني, at least, you know. تعال ليه كده. Moving on. We found the light at the end of the tunnel يا كنزي that you
Finally.
always speak about. تفضل.
Finally.
What is it?
finally they discovered that there is a light
A black hole of death.
at the end of the black hole.
فيها نور.
Yeah, so that news came in CNN yesterday, stating that they found a beam of light or a light
Okay.
at the end, not that at the end. Yeah, at the end of the black hole. And this is explain the theory of Einstein, which is the theory of relativity, which states that
This light
space
is a relative.
that gravity is a matter that is it's wrapped around space and time. He said that like 50 years or 100 years ago,
Okay.
and now it's proven. It's proven because they
saw the light.
they saw the light, and it's how, because the black hole has a gravity, and gravity
Where it gravitates.
wraps around the light. So they were able to capture this, and this proves that the theory was
Correct.
was correct. Yeah. So, and that's why I commented that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, at least, because everybody, whenever you hear about anything about the black hole, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? It's
To
an
me?
unknown matter. It's a dark
True.
matter. It's something that is unknown, right?
What's there?
And it's there, and there is a minimum information about it.
So now
Too many people spoke about it. You can search online about the what is black hole, dark matter. Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about it, and you can go, and if you are interested about space and black hole, dark matters, those subjects, you will be.
أنا والله في حاجات
not all of
في
you.
حاجات in Earth I'm not interested in. I'm not gonna
go search outside of Earth.
be interested
But
in
yeah,
space.
I mean, looking at this, this shows that science somehow is discovering.
Exploration,
They're exploring stuff.
It's happening, and it's continuous. I thought that this news is very interesting, and that's why I wanted to share it with you guys.
The richest what topic بتاع richest. تفضل.
You want to go to the richest?
لا أنا I don't want to.
This is something I'm interested in.
تفضل.
Okay, Jeff Bezos is no longer the richest man on Earth, which is hard to imagine, to be honest.
He lost.
Is it
I'm sure he lost those money في رحلة
because of that trip, right?
Yeah. Well, he can easily make it like that,
Definitely.
Yeah,
Couple of
but
days.
it's been confirmed that right now the richest man on Earth is Bernard Arnault.
Chief Executive of LVMH.
MH.
Yeah.
LVMH stands for
Louis
Louis Vuitton,
Louis Vuitton.
Moet, Hennessy.
Okay.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
imagine the black
Hennessy.
community is happy that at Hennessy.
He's French, for everybody who doesn't know. LVMH also owns a lot of big companies. And we talked about it once. They bought Vans. They bought too many companies.
Yeah,
Latest
Off-White.
Off-White is the latest company that they bought also. Virgil. And these type of talks,
How old is this nigga?
he's 72 years old. For how long do you think he's going to enjoy?
Well, probably another 8 years. Not bad.
Well, these people are... they live... I don't know how they live. They start living when they're old.
لا
This
بعدين
old.
بتلقاه he's 90 ولسه حيطلع البحر.
Yeah, but...
surfing.
يعني at the end, he doesn't give this money to his kid. خلاص. And I'll give it to... I
Charity.
don't know. Yeah.
بعدين أنا ما أعرف يا to charity.
The charity, exactly. What type of charity? What does the charity do? You know?
Like Bill Gates said, he's gonna donate all his money to charity. To charity.
What charity? What
And
is the name of the charity?
People are still
No.
dying
He has
and,
the
from
Gates and
hunger.
Melinda Foundation.
So it's
And
his
also-
company حتى.
It is.
So he's donating money to his company. يا
Himself.
سلام.
To himself.
يلا this is
As
a
charity.
recycle كده. We get the money back again. But in a cleaner way, you know?
I'm 100% it's not this way, but yeah,
I'm 100% sure this is this way.
it looks like that. But anyhow,
But yeah, music. Let's get into it. Kanye, you guys watched the second listening party?
yeah,
Okay, so it looked finished product. But يعني in the middle of the party, he also looked like that's why he was calling someone, and I don't know. And then I saw on Twitter, Mike Dean. He said that he was actually calling Mike Dean because midway while Kanye was performing, he was sometimes on the phone shouting and screaming. And Mike Dean turned out that there are some mistakes in the mixes. That's why Kanye was also calling him midway in the listening party. But this shows the greatness still of Kanye. He still pulled the same attendance, or I don't know how much is the attendance this time.
But it was more of a spectacle this time. Like they raised him up like Jesus, man. حركات غريبة كده.
Listen, artistically,
levitated.
Artistically, and the way that this one it was executed, it was much better.
Yeah, it was
100%
a performance. عديل.
It was a performance.
Yeah.
And I even imagine that they would be taking videos of that for videos in his songs later on. We don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the first time you hear of someone holding second listening party.
Yeah.
The fact that the first one was in a stadium. Yeah, it's not a listening party. It's a concert.
It's a concert. So
and having two concerts. Full
of an album that is not released yet.
Of an album that is not released.
Sold out.
In a full packed stadium.
So he's milking
with full attendance.
The whole this. I mean, like it's changing the idea of touring, of the tour itself, and
to me it shows the impact.
No one can pull this off. Yeah. No one.
This shows me Kanye's impact more than like his genius, because the genius, like the good stage performances and the stage setups and the light setups, we know Kanye is
one of the best.
Yeah, we know he's good for that. Yeah. But the impact of you having a second listening party and being able to still pull it off,
that's true.
That's
of an album that nobody knows, like, and even when I was listening to this listening party, there are certain songs that were changed.
Yeah,
like they were totally changed. You know, he added the Weeknd. He added too many people. The whole verse sounded done. That song sounded done. The album sounds
and
beautiful.
he was live streaming his whole shit for like a couple of days.
Yeah, for a couple of days. Him sleeping, preparing, a lot of stuff. But as an overall, yeah, of course, again, the album didn't come out.
Of course. That's what
it was last thing we've seen so far before we hit record that is going to come out on 15th of August.
Yeah.
Which is next weekend.
Exactly.
Do you think that's gonna come out? This guy, by now, he's pressing Drake. Drake said his album would be out before September in an interview. Because they consider September as the beginning of what? Winter, right? And he said his album would be out before winter.
Yeah.
So we have August. This is the last window for Drake. And that's why I think at a certain time now, what we're seeing, Kanye pressing or trolling Drake. That every week he would go, I'm releasing it now. Drake would take a breather. I'm going to release it either a week, next week or the week after. Kanye doesn't release it. Consequence once tweeted that we're looking at Drake's release date. Kanye wants that.
Yeah.
And I believe in that.
Okay.
By now.
I think Drake is keeping his release date under wraps. Like,
the album's ready.
Yeah, I think it's fixed already.
Yeah.
Like the release date is fixed. We just don't know when. And I think Kanye is
doesn't know when, but
is postponing. He keeps on postponing his album every week just so he can release on the same day.
Yeah,
it
can be.
That's what I think Kanye is doing. Because Kanye عنده عقدة in Drake.
Yeah,
and
this is the rivalry that we're seeing in this era right now in music. Kanye and Drake.
So that's what I think. I think he's doing that on like. I think Kanye بجد بيفتكر نفسه إنه he's gonna like. He really thought he was going to release this Friday. He was like, Drake didn't drop. I'm going to do it.
The meanwhile, let me add someone else. Kanye is a listen, the album sounded beautiful.
But I don't think he can press, like, regardless.
Outsell, who would you think would sell more?
Drake.
Yeah.
Drake? Still?
Yeah.
DONDA.
And that's why the reason why he's doing those listening parties. He wants to milk this.
No, he wants to boost his sales.
But
boost the sales,
which is
milking the whole.
So they put out the pre-order of the album, DONDA, by now. It's charted number 1 without even an album being existed. اللي أنا زعلت عليه إنه King's Disease Part 2 is number 2.
For me, is number one.
Number 2 for an album
That
like
came
against
out-
an album that didn't even come out. That's a stunt.
That's the influence.
Yeah,
That's
I'm telling you, this
tells you how great Kanye is.
this is what I'm seeing is impact.
Yeah.
This-
so far, and this is
For me, Nas is number
and
one.
I'm happy that the music is good. Like at least from
The
what
music
we've
is good.
heard, the music
Yeah,
is good.
The music is
I
good.
know I was worried about that.
The
I
album
cannot-
looks fire. The album looks
Did
fire.
you pre-order?
No, not yet.
كم
I was streaming.
50 درهم صح؟
50 درهم.
كتير شوي.
والله for an
Stream.
album.
We'll stream
Bro,
it.
it's 24 tracks. Also,
We'll stream it. We'll stream it.
stream it.
20 درهم Apple Music.
I've already seen people already with the leaks.
Of course.
There's some people who have those album leaks.
Yeah,
The
of
album
course.
leak for DONDA. I've been seeing around in
But
social
then,
media.
Like the people who filmed in the or actual
Well, I don't know.
tracks.
There is actual tracks been
okay.
around in the internet
Okay.
and all of that. People been downloading them, but I'm sure this is not even the final result. So it's gonna be different. That's why I didn't even bother myself to download or listen
No,
to
because
it.
one thing I know about Kanye, even when he was doing, remember the good
Push-ups.
music releases? No, the good music releases.
Good Fridays.
When he was not the Good Fridays, when he was doing Pusha T one month and then Nas the next month. And
him executive producing each
Yeah.
album. Yeah,
like mostly all the artists said that he was working on the album until literally the last minute they had to submit.
oh yeah.
So
that's
I'd
true.
imagine he's doing that now too.
The same thing.
He's working on the album and he's gonna be working on it لحد ما يقول اسمع جيب الفايلات دي
يلا
يلا
upload.
خلاص
Ma, this is the thing.
زهقتنا.
Kanye always
زهقتنا راح.
زهقت أنا خلاص.
Kanye always يعني he builds up the hype before even the album is done. And this has been the case since I remember يعني Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah. No, yeah, and he's putting the same work ethic that he's putting in Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
Yeah. Like you have
Sonically it
songs,
sounds great.
yeah.
And I'm very happy. Like one of the things that I can take that I'm so happy about is Vori. Seeing him. That artist is dope.
But you know what? He's I'm not gonna say he's not gonna drop next Friday. Last
no, he
week I
might.
told you he's not gonna drop this Friday.
Aye.
كانت واضحة. لأنه there's a listening party. And I knew that he's gonna go to this listening party and he's gonna
Discover
leave
something.
this. حيرجع, he's gonna want to change some shit. But this time I don't know.
Let's talk about stuff that been released.
Yeah.
King's Disease. Part 2.
Nas and Hit Boy.
Yes. You guys heard it?
Definitely.
What do you think?
Me? For me, as I mentioned, I think it's number one for me.
Compare it to the first one.
Comparing to the first one,
Yes.
that's the thing. When I started listening to it, I was like, is this gonna be better than the first one?
Well, of course, we're going to go with...
It's different. It's different. For me, I'm gonna enjoy every one of them differently. You know,
Okay.
I don't want to even compare them because the topics, the lyrics, the flow is the same. Nas is
Nas is Nas.
Nas is Nas. He's a rare breed. You know, you can identify his skills, his lyrical skills and
طيب,
everything.
Before King's Disease, the first one. Okay. What was the last good Nas album?
For me,
Yes.
as far as I is
As you remember.
Illmatic.
Illmatic.
For me,
And then after it, all the other releases were...
a little bit
Mild.
shaky. You know,
صح?
even the one that produced by Kanye,
Yeah. That was bad.
that was
It's
bad.
terrible.
It was terrible. You know.
It was terrible.
But-
And
But and this is something that I also spoke about it when we were talking about the first King's Disease, is that we also noticed that Kanye and Hit Boy, they go together very well. Whenever they work together, they produce such a beautiful.
you mean Kanye?
he means
No, I mean
Nas.
Nas and Hit Boy.
Okay.
So there was no doubt that this album will
Will be
make
good.
that impact. You know.
Mhm.
I was confident that this is gonna be something nice, and I was amazed by the second track, Death Row East.
When he
Uh,
talked about Pac also.
When he talk about Pac and his
The story about
his stories when
about
when
the
they
beef with
met
the
and
West Coast
everything,
and him trying to squash the
it,
beef.
it was
with Pac,
amazing. And then when I reached the track Rare, and I heard that tune, I was amazed, to be honest. I was like, this is what I want to be listening to the next couple of weeks. And
Yeah, okay.
immediately I jumped into my car and I was continue listening to the rest of the album. I was amazed by the Lauryn Hill feature also coming back to the scene. We've been missing Lauryn Hill for a while now.
He I don't know from where he brought Lauryn Hill.
No, she actually she showed up in a couple of features here and there, like in one one feature every 6-7 months. بتظهر.
معك شديد.
Most of them, I think they were old even featured. I'm not sure.
No, there were a couple. I know I heard at least 2 during the last 2 years.
Really?
But one thing about this project is that I said that when King's Disease Part 1 dropped, is that people always give flack for Nas for his beat selections. And his combination with Hit Boy is a good combination.
Yeah, it is.
And King's Disease 2 actually showed me that it's even, like, the chemistry is even better with Hit Boy. Because that was the first project with Hit Boy.
Yeah.
It was good. It was fine. But King's Disease 2, to me, it's better than 1. Yeah. Because you can feel they're even matching better
they
now.
understood each other by
they
now.
established
They started understanding. That's what Hit Boy said. And well, he threw shots at Kanye at that.
I like them. I like his shots, to be honest.
Really?
I'm in his side.
Well,
Man, it be a lot of days, man. It's just me and fucking Nas in the studio, bro. Hey, I see niggas drop their, or I don't know if bro dropped his album, but it be niggas like 100 niggas in the studio. It's just me and bro. Do y'all hear this shit?
Nas looked awkward over there standing.
Nas was like, I don't know what this nigga's talking about.
I'm making beats. No hoopla. We're not on fucking Twitter bothering y'all. We're not on IG Live putting a fucking
He was speaking facts.
We fucking doing this shit for real, nigga.
Why are you going dissing other people?
He was feeling himself. I'm okay. If I'm in Hit Boy's place, I'm gonna be ranting this the same way.
Got 100 niggas fighting around.
It's not a lot of people writing the rhymes and the beats. Yeah. But this is them from the first. This shows that him and Nas, since the first release, King's Disease 1, which is, to me, they were kind of off somehow in that album. They sounded off in a couple of tracks, right?
Yeah.
But they understood the chemistry came at peak in this one, King's Disease 2. The pressure, starting from the pressure. And the first one I started, Quentin Miller, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Why Quentin Miller is over there? He's the one in the background, doing the back vocals. I was like, all right, that's cool. This album has, and the beats were different. There was a different take. And what I'm happy about, this one is executive produced by Nas. He had the say in this more than Hit Boy also. He finalized the process.
Yeah.
40 Side, to me, is one of the best tracks in the album. I love it. I love that track. Trap beat.
Yeah.
Nas showed that he can flow on whenever. Not a question. Nas is a lyrical. He's one of the greatest lyricists in all time, right? But people also doubt him here and there.
They don't doubt him. They just don't give him the recognition.
It's not that. See, Nas is a great rapper, right? But can he pull a great album? The last great album we've seen for Nas is Illmatic, right? And to me, the last good album for him was Life is Good. Every other album was mild.
Yeah, you can say that.
Right?
You can say that.
He didn't drop a really good album after that. Illmatic, Stillmatic, what else that he released was fire also back in the days. It was written.
It was written, yeah.
It was written. Was great, right? But those were in the back,
every
in the
album
90s.
had 2-3 good tracks. But
Yes,
it wasn't,
not
it wasn't
a whole
full
full body of
complete
work,
project,
right?
I'm gonna say something funny, but you missed the collaboration that he did with Damian Marley, Distant Relatives. I know that you guys will be laughing at this, but I used to fuck with that album.
No,
The whole album?
The whole album. I used to listen
Relatives
to it.
is a favorite album for a lot of people. I know that, and like a lot of people say, Distant Relatives is a. I've had many conversations that put Distant
but
Relatives
not a
in
whole
that list.
body of work.
No,
like a
they
track
put
or
it.
two.
They put it there as like people qualify it as a full body of work. To me, it's not.
So, yeah.
It wasn't.
I told you it's not gonna be your cup of tea.
But I understand
But
why
for
people
me-
say it, because when I hear the tracks separately, there are good tracks, but
Yeah.
to me, it didn't really hit with me.
I know it's not the top of his game. He like you cannot categorize them as I categorize this as a body of work of Nas, but
Yeah.
I like that color on that album.
But as an overall, that's why people question sometimes Nas also. Like, because when you're starting to put rappers in a greatest of all time, that question, that people top 10, people like to. There's boxes that you have to check, right?
Yeah.
Influence, albums, and all of that. Because there's a lot of rappers that can really rap, but they can't really put a whole body of work, right? That great lyricist. There's a lot of great lyricists in the world, but they can't really put a whole body of work.
Yeah.
So that's why people like to question if Nas can put that.
To me, like I said, my issue with Nas was his beat selection. Like you'd hear the album, you'd hear the track, and he's spitting bars. He's always he never
always
had a good
delivering.
verse. بس البيت انت ما قدرت تسمعه. عرفت؟
Yeah, but
It's
but
ruining the song for you.
so now it's this issue is solved with Hit Boy.
With Hit Boy.
yeah.
And they found the right chemistry, and the project was great.
Yeah, it was
It was
definitely.
To me, this project is beautiful.
I know, like when I played it, I couldn't stop playing it until like I heard it 3-4 times.
Yeah,
But
you
no,
can.
I stopped it and then I
Yeah.
had to hear it again. No, it's خلاص, it just kept on
And
playing.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, on my way to Dubai, I'm back from Dubai. I was the whole time.
Yeah,
just checking this album
I had
out.
a lot of time to enjoy it.
I listened to it maybe 4 times in the gym, and then I because I spent
Kenzie, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and I switched to Davies because I remember last
Yeah.
time I didn't hear it, so I took the chance to listen to it. So it was
It was a pumping weekend. The weekend is back. Now this is his new era. He calls it the dawn. I don't know why, but yeah.
Maho, he's he puts
The night,
this
the
character and everything
lives it,
around his release.
he didn't caught my attention
And
this week.
He's clearly working on a new album, on a new sound.
I think it's done.
He's going Daft Punky.
Yeah. You can even tell by the art. I think by now we know this music is directed to whom.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the track.
Definitely.
أكيد واضح إن you love the track.
No, I really do. No, because
What,
you
people
guys
music?
know my opinion of The Weeknd's latest release. This makes it up for me.
It does? Really?
I mean,
God,
I
is it
see,
boost up?
there's hope.
It's a boost up?
There's hope. There's hope. He gave me hope. This is a party, this is outside. This is yalla, I know the direction where is it going, I still can't trade the other one. Khalas, I don't think there is a phase where we're gonna see House of Balloons and all of those. The trilogy he's done.
I don't want the House of Balloons. Added to me in every Weekend project. I want those 2 hood songs, like Hood Weekend. Like remember Tell Your Friends.
Okay.
Remember Sidewalks with Kendrick. Remember the one on this
I like
last.
it. You're asking something that
No.
I think we might.
He always puts 1 or 2 songs that they don't resemble the old Weekend, but like they're raw energy. Like
I get you, yeah.
but I always
So you're looking, yeah.
like it's
I
a trend.
understand.
I noticed that it's a trend with me. Every time the Weekend drops an album and he has those 2 songs, they always end up being my favorite songs. So I'm just waiting for those 2-3 songs because I know the direction he's taking with his music, and that's not really my not my taste of music.
This one? Okay.
I'm not saying this one, but I'm saying his direction in general. Like I might like 1 or 2 singles or that, but my main like favorites are going to be those 1
I
or 2
understand
hood
you.
songs.
Yeah. Those are beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
but his
things.
music, like Take My Breath is a good song. I'm not saying it's a bad song, but that's what I'm anticipating is what I just mentioned.
I see. Guys, we've witnessed this week. It was a sad week for football. Very sad week
Very.
for football, right? I think football right now is. and we should like at least be happy. We've witnessed two of the greatest footballers of all time,
I can't.
Ronaldo and Messi, and now Messi just left Barcelona.
But okay, I'm gonna ask you a very quick question.
Do you think he left Barcelona?
No, the impact that Ronaldo made when he moved to Juve, is it the same? Do you feel that the weight and the impact is the same now when Messi is leaving Barcelona? Why we're even talking about it if it didn't make that impact? So I think Messi leaving Barcelona had too many people attentions and empathy toward him departing Barcelona more than what Cristiano.
Because Messi, listen, if you hate Barcelona, you love Barcelona, whatever type of person you are, whatever type of club that you like, you love Messi.
It's Messi, and
Messi the GOAT.
Messi is football,
and Messi's like Messi and Barcelona come together because Messi started he was a one-man club until this point.
Yeah,
Ronaldo is a great player. Like, I'm not talking about being a great player or not. They're both great players, but
100%.
Ronaldo moved from Sporting to Manchester United.
Yeah.
So, like,
He held more than one move, in his career.
Okay.
He didn't stick to one club.
So the emotional connection with the club, that's what's giving the empathy for people. And plus, because you don't see that these days. Like,
True.
the last player that was a one-man club was...
Totti, Di Rossi.
Yeah. And then you have, recently, it's Iniesta and...
Xavi.
And Xavi. But they're not given the same...
Of course, because they're not Messi at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know?
But now you have the biggest figure in Barcelona history, the best player, the highest
football
goal scorer. Yeah.
Overall, you know?
Leaving the club.
And to me,
And it was abrupt. I'm
I
sorry.
think,
to cut you off again.
but I think all of that, it was mishandled by Barcelona.
Yeah.
Because he said, and I was today the goodbye speech.
Yeah.
And he said that I wanted to stay, Barcelona wanted me to stay. But I think deep down in the club, there's someone, it might be the president or whomever, because someone over there, they didn't do their job to the fullest. He said the papers, everything was ready, but at the last minute, La Liga rules. Yo, what the fuck? How come are you a club or whatever that don't know this rule?
See, that was a mess up or a fuck up from
The club.
No, because 4 months before, like 4 months ago, there was this whole coup in the club that they changed presidents and all that happened because what the last president was doing, the last management were doing, that led to this.
Okay.
They were signing players left and right. They were going into debts.
Yeah.
All that was happening the last years.
Yes, I understand.
And then when this new president came, he came to fix it.
Yeah.
So him coming to fix it, they found that they were exceeding the salary cap. They were doing all these bad things were happening. They were scrambling to fix it.
And he even said, there was a rumor that he said that it was 30% that he would cut, but he said, no, I would cut 50% of what I wanted to take.
Yeah. But see, those whole issues with the debts and the salary caps and all that was coming from the previous management, they were scrambling to fix it. Even before this news came out, Barcelona sold like 12 players.
But then they sold hope for people.
Yeah,
they said that everything is ready for the renewal.
The thing is, if they had more time, but because the only time they only have like 16 days left to fix these issues.
Okay.
To sell a few players, to do this and that, blah. So I think the issue is that there's not enough time to fix it.
Okay.
Because you can only fix these issues in the transfer window.
Okay.
And they couldn't catch up to enough time. That's the issue. That wasn't, which is them trying to resolve the older management issues. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's the
But he's moving
issue.
to PSG. It's done. 80%, 80 to
confirm
90.
it
It's
I read it. I read it too, but
the press from Qatar came on and tweeted that the thing is ready, everything is ready, and
PSG on FIFA 2022 is going to be unfair, wallahi.
A club not to choose.
Like, imagine Neymar, Mbappe, Messi up front.
Alama is gonna be like it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Neymar,
Mbappe,
Messi. No, there's someone else.
There's Di Maria.
Someone else. Who they bought?
Me?
Lara.
No.
I think there's someone else. Front three. There is someone else.
There's Icardi, but he's
Not
already
even Icardi, man. Who am I
They
missing?
didn't buy anyone up front.
Okay.
They bought Wijnaldum midfield.
Hakimi.
Hakimi's the right back.
Yeah.
They got Sergio Ramos.
Yeah. But I think he's gonna play as a number 10.
Probably.
Number 10. He's gonna be behind. The striker.
Unless they play a 4-4-2, then
I don't know.
they can play a 4-4-2 and he could be a number.
End of an era,
him
man.
and Neymar are gonna خلاص
Yeah.
الموضوع منتهي.
هيشخبطوا الشوارع. Moving to local. UAE starting a new Emirates ID.
Yep.
They changed the look. It
Yep.
looks sexier.
If that's what you're going for. Looks exotic.
Exactly. What's the five? There's 5 new major features in the new card: enhanced protection of non-visible data, a high-quality card with a longer service life. All right, because my card is starting to tear out anyway. A consolidated 3D photo. That's interesting. Advanced technical and technological
Characteristics. Characteristics, yeah.
additional fields and codes definition.
That means
More protection.
That means if service life is gonna be longer, which says it's 10 years, because you renew every 2-3 years.
Yes.
And you change your card.
Yeah.
So that means there's gonna be. I think there's I hope there's gonna be this way that
Same card.
it's the same card, but it's renewed
data.
digitally, electronically.
It can be, most probably. Most probably that's how it's going to be.
What's more interesting to me is that the more data that they are allowing to be saved with the
card.
Yeah, you can pull up professional information about someone.
That's true. They already started also some banks over here that you can start withdrawing money with your ID cards.
With your Emirates
right?
ID, that's gonna allow.
Yeah. So more flexibility to the ID cards. That's something nice.
Easier. Easier.
That's true. Anghami, they're starting a new lab, a venue for artists to work in.
Yeah.
This is something
good
nice.
news, yeah.
This is something, I think this is a new music venue in Dubai, aims to amplify local voices.
Have studios, lounges, stages.
With an innovative entertainment
Spaces
concept.
where artists can come together.
So, Anghami will feature a lounge, stage and studio, which will be accessible to producers and artists who pitch their work.
Yeah.
They must meet certain criteria and fit into musical direction Anghami sits, with its fusion of Arabic and international sounds.
Do we
That's
know
what the
anything about these
representatives
criteria?
No,
Nothing.
not yet. I think
mentioned.
they're
It's not
going
released
to.
yet,
Yeah,
I think.
I'm not sure. We're gonna check into that more. Or you guys also check that more. What are the criteria? بيكون حاطيننا في الباب وانت داخل.
العمر مهم.
They're gonna open this and they're gonna start opening it in Dubai, Riyadh, Jeddah, Cairo, and Beirut.
Yeah.
Where there's also in London, New York, and Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, yeah.
That's something nice.
It's gonna be in collaboration with AdMind. The facility here is gonna be in collaboration with AdMind Dubai, which is a hospitality company.
Okay.
That actually they work. Generally, their work in Dubai is in hosting events and specific venues. They hosted events in White Dubai. They hosted in Mad. They had some stuff so they're basically because there's gonna be stages in Event Lab. Which I imagine AdMind will be facilitating and managing events in Anghami Lab. So that'll be nice because then you'll see more events, more local events, more people,
more artists getting to work together.
Yeah,
and that's a space for them. You know,
yeah.
So that's great. That's a great move. We would like.
That's
to
what
see.
we've been asking for, Aslan.
Exactly, 100%. We can. They're not gonna do anything for podcasters also.
نعمل نحن.
خلاص هاي.
Flamingos Labs. Flamingos Labs.
جاوبك اداك الجواب
سريع. We last week or in this weekend, the guys from Kapital and KSA, they did a show in Syrup Lounge in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Guys from Kapital, from Rayan, Kalibi, Shagzu, Entitled, MOT, Wissam, and I'm sorry if I forgot anyone else over there. They put on a show over there. And from what I've seen, there was no live streaming.
That's my suggestion. Yeah, my suggestion is that the next time, sorry to cut you.
It's nice. I don't think
maybe they live stream it.
I don't think regulations and stuff and.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Allow
We're still living in a.
Maybe on the stage. It's
معلش.
العافية درجات.
نحاول
العافية درجات.
نحاول المرة الجاية.
But the point of this is that we don't see a lot of
events.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to see one now. in Fridge, the Fridge, the concert series that they're doing, and we want to see more
Exactly.
local artists over here.
No, but that's nice. That
Lounges accepting, artists to perform more, having more shows for artists.
yeah. What
all
I like
that.
about like last week when we talked about what's happening in Egypt, the concert in Egypt, and today we're talking about another performance, and we're talking about the Fridge that's happening this month. Like, it's getting back to normal,
True.
شوية شوية,
True.
which is good, and we're seeing more and more events, which is even better. So it's a good direction.
True. Local. أنا مالي الليلة.
Local releases.
There's too many. What the fuck is wrong with me today?
It's the
Sound
tea.
تقيل.
Local releases. The Circle released a song, released a video
Okay.
for their song Love a Little. And Tak was violating over there. Tak was violating over there.
Come on, guys.
Tak was violating everybody out there. He violated Keys, Proof, and Bully. He's the bully.
It was funny though.
It was funny
It's a
though.
nice video. It's a nice video.
It's a nice video.
I suggest for the artists not to make their videos very complex. Such ideas, nice ideas like those, simple ideas are
Straight
fun
to the point.
I'm just like, I just want to ask Ease, the way Tak approached Ease in that video,
Also.
and through the
الخرطوم.
and just
I think his
if it
reaction was
acting, I
real.
would have been pissed off. Even if it was acting,
I think
I still would have been pissed off.
وفجر الحمام like فجر الحمام للبروف.
That was fun though.
No, but it was a good story about the video, and it actually I like when a video matches the song, like matches
that's
what
true.
the song says.
That it has a message.
Yeah, love a little time to get away and from
It's nice.
like all the fucked up shit that's happened. So it's a good video. It's a really good video.
It's a good video. Yeah. Shout out to Circle. Shout out to Tak. Shout out to everybody that was also.
Shout out to Spencer O'Shea.
Yes.
So for actually shooting the video and doing the work.
We have also music releases. Ashat Eedak.
Yeah.
Executive produced by Big Hass. Song by Freek and Narcy.
And
Yeah. It's all
produced by
open.
Big Mo. Yeah.
Produced by Big Mo. This is a series of the Big Hass
Some
releases.
of the biggest artists too.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Wallahi ya jama'a. Okay. We say this every time.
Music is subjective.
Music is subjective.
And this
What
is our
what
opinion.
we say right here is our taste.
Yeah.
The song was good. The verses were,
Okay.
Narcy was no for me.
At all.
That's not the Narcy that I was. To be honest, I'm gonna be.
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's not
it's-
the Narcy that I used to. That album that he released.
Even
Maybe it's a different color.
it is. It's a different take for him.
Yeah.
But it was Freek pulled it.
Freek,
Freek
yeah.
pulled it.
Freek
To be
showed up.
honest, yeah.
It was
Freek
his
showed up,
comfort zone. This is what he do.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
I like that I heard something different from Big Mo too, because you usually hear the Arabic samples and.
True. His samples overall are more of his beats overall are more of a boom bap and
Yeah.
and all of that. This
So
was more trappy.
Yeah, I liked hearing that, but yeah, my like I said, music is
To be honest,
subjective.
it got a bit annoying also.
Like,
to the ear.
I heard the song 4 or 5 times,
Yeah.
and every time I tried to wrap my head around Narcy's verse, it was really hard for me. Like it just threw me off the song,
Yeah.
which is a personal taste type of thing.
Hot, hot.
No, because people then when they listen to this, they think we're saying the song is bad. No, we're here expressing our opinions and expressing our
True, 100%. We have also a producer from Sudan that released a project that he's
singing on or rapping
singing
on
on,
himself.
yeah.
Yes,
Fodi released an EP called Planet X.
yeah. It's a 5 track,
5 tracks EP. Beautiful.
interesting features.
Yes, and this is a good intro for him
Yeah, it
as
is.
a rapper.
It is, yeah.
It's good. And
But he was there. I think his
rapping.
first-
Yeah,
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
there,
I think,
yeah.
yeah. But it's dope. It's a dope EP. Planet X. Also, I have a song that I'm gonna be playing from it. Maddia.
Maddia.
Featuring Wall G's.
Wall G's, yeah.
Beautiful
He also has Soulja on the...
Soulja is also on the tape.
All G's.
Yeah. Overall, it's a good tape. It's a good tape to listen to. It's a good tape to pump. Sudan is usual.
Yeah.
Showing up.
Yeah.
The sound now in Sudan is
evolving.
Changing.
Yeah,
it's changing. It's evolving. It's becoming also more professional in some sense.
True.
If you guys can,
you know, I agree. Yeah.
Shout out to Fodi, man. Shout out to everybody that also contributed in that tape.
Yep. Agreed.
Due time concerns that we have to leave and there's a lockdown and all of that, we have to end up and conclude the episode by now.
Yes.
كنزي فتح لنا الساعة هناك.
With the seconds,
we have to hurry up. We have to hurry up.
Yeah.
But
that's the first time I know this computer had a
second.
The second time where it was like 27, 28. I was like, what's happening?
You have to be precise, guys.
Yeah. This is everything for this week. I'm gonna be playing a song off the Planet X EP, Fodi featuring Walgies. Maddia, صح? It's called Maddia, right? Let's do check, man, so I don't fuck up. So how was your week, guys?
Bad. 20 minutes.
Allah, I have to search here and there.
I'll
سريع كده
put
انت
it up,
ما
right?
have it in the Apple Music كده.
Maddia.
يا اخي انا I know my job يا اخي. I know my job. ضيعنا كم؟ I didn't intend to لكن.
10 seconds.
So I'm gonna be playing Maddia as a pick for this week.
Yep.
Yo, Sizer also released a track called Take Off.
Yep.
Nice track. I told him to send it, but he forgot to send it. So check it out. I did my message. This is everything for this week. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to all the creators. Shout out to all the artists. And as what Awab said earlier, whatever music opinion that we have over here is subjective, you know. So it's our taste. You fuck with it, you fuck with it, you don't. It is what it is. Right?
It doesn't take away from the fact that you still have to go listen to this shit.
Exactly. And this was the Flamingos podcast. This is episode number 72. I hope everybody's had a good week. I hope everybody have a good week.
Yes.
Also, right?
Yep.
Enjoy your week. Stay safe. Please, guys, stay safe. Wear your mask when you're outside. What the fuck? Wear your mask when you're outside. Stay hygiene. Whatever it is, right?
Stay positive mentally.
Stay positive mentally. That's for you. Right? اسمع.
It was for me. كان مع نفسي الكلام ده.
And yeah, man. This is everything from the Flamingos podcast. This is Yad.
Kanzi on the mic.
And Awab.
And peace.
We out.